Welcome back to the film room. Today we are taking a look at David Ojabo, the edge rusher from Michigan who went to the Ravens in the second round of this year's draft. He had the big Achilles injury in the offseason, I think at his pro day, that definitely tanked his draft stock a little bit, but we're going to look at the player he is on the field here in this game versus Michigan State from this 2021 season. Obviously playing alongside Aiden Hutchinson, had a lot of opportunity and definitely capitalized in this game. If you've already seen my Kenneth Walker video that came out very recently, that's the same game that I looked at against Michigan, and that's the reason I did at David Ojabo, because he made some crazy plays in that game that just stood out so much. I'd always been wanting to do a breakdown on him, and this is kind of really the big spark that I needed, because he plays a great game today. And before we get into it though, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, comment more prospects I should feature down below. Let me know your thoughts on David Ojabo and this breakdown as a whole. And now, without any further ado, let's get into the breakdown. Okay, so here's our first play from today. You can see him down here at the bottom with this arrow. And this is going to be a run play, and he's going to show off something that I didn't know he could do at a super high level yet, and that's set the edge. Because I think if you've heard narratives about David Ojabo, you know that he's a great pass rusher, but his run defense has always been something that I've heard is kind of lacking. But we're going to take a look at this play here, where you're going to see how he can really set the edge against this tackle, and he's going to force this cutback inside. So you see him out there. This is looking to be an outside run. This tackle is trying to reach Ojabo here, and Ojabo is just going to take control of him, get this edge. You can see Kenneth Walker right here, I believe, trying to get outside because they've got the block here with the receiver. They've got this guy in pursuit, but he has a pretty good lane if Ojabo does not get an angle here. But he's going to get all the way outside, set this edge, force him back inside where this guy should be making this tackle. Here, this linebacker has a great shot at him, but Walker's just so elusive, and he's going to break free and still get a good gain. But this one, Ojabo did his responsibility. He did it very well. And now we'll take a look at the other angle, as you can kind of just see how he takes control of this tackle right here and pretty much just wins this play for Michigan. Again, they're not going to capitalize, but he's just going to stay outside, use his feet, use his arms really well, and great play there from Ojabo despite a positive gain for Michigan State. Now here's our next play. This is going to be another run play where he's going to show off some really good patience and just a really good tackling, just a really good tackling rep. So here he is. We're going to watch it pretty fast here in this first one. It's against Kenneth Walker again, and look at this patience in this cutback lane, and then he's going to find a way to pursue and wrap up as he's going to toss Kenneth Walker to the ground. This is a great run stopping play, and you're already seeing what Ojabo can do as a run defender. He does have stretches in his game where he's a bit quiet, but when he's on like he is in this game, I mean, there's not many guys that can stop him. So this guy's going to kind of get an arm on him, as he's not really the responsibility, but because these guys really, like Aiden Hutchinson sets a really good edge there, everyone kind of penetrates well. Kenneth Walker's going to have to cut this back, and Ojabo is just ready. He digs in and is a great enough athlete to chase down Kenneth Walker, who is a super fast, super elusive guy, and get in there for the tackle. Now here is an incredible move that he's going to put on this tackle. He really made these tackles look like turnstiles this whole game. I mean, that's not even an exaggeration. He was, again, on it in this game. And you're going to see what he can do here. He's going to be nearly untouched here on this move. As you're going to see just what kind of explosion he has to get around the edge. And then he's going to force this fumble and lead to a big touchdown. Great hands by him. He's really good at forcing fumbles, and his hands are just a really great part of his game, paired with all of that athleticism. So now we'll see it here. We're going to pause it right here as he's going to dip inside, try to bait him, get that tackle completely sideways here, and then he's going to just go all the way around the edge, use a pretty good move just to almost get untouched. Quarterback does not see him from the blind side, and then Ojabo's going to wrap up, knock this football out, and it is going to result in a touchdown. The quarterback kind of looked down from that angle, but I'm pretty sure they called this touchdown on the field. I could be wrong because some of the scoreboard things seem weird, but they called it a touchdown on the field, and that is a great play from Ojabo. Okay, so we've just seen what he can do as an outside rusher, getting around the tackle and, using his bend and length to get, around the back of the pocket. Now we're going to see how he uses that as a setup in his kind of package, and we're going to see his probably best move, which you also might have heard about if you've looked a little bit into David Ojabo, and that's his spin move. It just looks effortless, and he's going to get immediate pressure inside here on the tackle, and the quarterback's going to do a really good job escaping outside and going to be able to get a completion, it looks like, but still, this is actually, no, it's actually going to be incomplete, and the play is just kind of out of sync. You're going to see how he establishes himself. He gets that kind of he chops his feet there like he does, especially usually he dips outside and kind of bends around this edge, and the tackle is ready for that. You can see him turn, flash his hands, and then Ojabo is going to duck this inside, and then look, the tackle is, he's looking like the complete other way. Ojabo is already running towards the quarterback. Great job by the quarterback, sensing this pressure early. As soon as, Ojabo is here, this quarterback is already turning. If he's half a second later, even probably less than that, it is going to be a sack. But it's a great pressure, great rush from Ojabo, and it's going to end up forcing an incompletion. Okay, so here is our next play. This is going to be a great inside chop move that he's going to use to force a pressure and make this quarterback make an off-platform throw. So let's watch it in full speed first, then we can dive into it a little bit more later. You're going to see how he chops inside, gets straight to the quarterback, and this is a really good early release from the quarterback. And I was kind of impressed with some of the things he did in this game to definitely limit some of Ojabo's potential highlights. So we're going to see what he does here. And remember, he's been flashing this outside this whole game. Then he countered with the spin move. Now he's got another move where he's going to get outside. He's going to chop inside, try to rip through, and he is going to get through as this tackle is going to be left behind him again. This guy just did not have a good game. I don't know much about him other than this game, so, hope he's doing good. And again, this quarterback makes a great throw just off platform because, look, that's not how you want to make a throw. He's flat-footed. He's not carrying through. And this is going to be still a good throw. And, just a little bit more time, Ojabo probably gets a sack here, but this is another great pressure from him that is just really getting this offense out of sync. So here is our next play. This is going to be another great dip around the edge, and he's going to get a quarterback hit here. And this is, again, later in the game, so he keeps setting up these easy outside wins by going inside a lot, and then, he sets up those inside moves by going outside a lot. And this just is another great example of how he just keeps using these moves to build on each other, as he's going to get, nearly untouched again, get the quarterback hit, and it should have been a pick. We'll see from that back angle in a moment. DB is going to drop it, though, but let's look at it yet again from this angle. You can see he's barely even, just getting there from the snap. We'll pause it here. He's going to just kind of dip outside again. The tackle is going to try to get his hands. He's going to try to use kind of hug technique, but it's too late. And Ojabo's going to rip through, gets the hit on the quarterback as he throws it. And you'll see this hits that DB right in the hands. That's a rough one to drop, especially in a close game like this. He gets that pick. Michigan might win this game, but happens, definitely happens. And just another great pressure from Ojabo. Okay, so here is our next play. We're going to see a different kind of move from Ojabo. He's really been mixing it up well this whole game. He's going to show off his power as he's going to get right into the chest of this tackle. And this guy's not going to expect the power at all after being kind of finessed around most of this game. And you're going to see just what kind of athlete he is. We're going to watch it in full speed right now. Just first to kind of see, you can get a good grip on the play. You're going to see he's going to get another forced fumble, though. And this is going to be recovered by MSU, sadly, for him. But his second forced fumble of the game for those counting at home, and another just great play. So now let's watch it from our main angle here, as you're going to see what he does to manipulate this tackle. And he's going to get a pretty good jump here. Nothing too crazy, but definitely he got more upfield than Hutchinson there on the other side. He's going to flash outside and then go speed to power right here. So he's going to get right into the chest of that tackle and just knock him off his frame. Tackle's going to go all the way down. He's like bent over, trying to hug, kind of use maybe some hug technique here towards the end. And Ojabo's going to get around the edge, and then you're going to see, like right here, he's almost sideways. He's almost horizontal to the ground, and he's still going to get to the quarterback there. And then you go a couple more frames, and he's right there. That's the scariest thing you can see if you're a quarterback, is this image right here. And then Ojabo's going to dive at him. Again, look, all these frames are just incredible looking. And going to knock that ball straight up, and it's going to roll the ground. Just another big strip sack from Ojabo. And that is a super tough angle to bend around there, but shows he can use speed to power, shows he can do a lot of different things on this play, and just another incredible rep. Okay, so here is our last play of the video, and this is the very next snap for Ojabo, very next play, and it's a very different responsibility. He's going to have to set this edge, and we're going to see what he can do here. We're going to watch it in this angle first, and we're going to see what he can do. So he's going to really stonewall this tackle and then get there to make the play. So now let's look at the other angle. We'll go a little more technical with it, and this is just a great run defense rep from Ojabo. So first of all, you're going to see how he's going to really just stonewall this tackle. Going to get a great punch inside as this guy's trying to move him outside. He's going to try to keep this because Walker's going this way. So he's going to stonewall him, just keep him completely dead. Ojabo's not going to lose any ground. And he's going to stay square with this tackle, keeping him extended, and then till he gets, the running back gets there, and then he's going to jump off of the tackle, or jump off the blocker rather, and make this tackle. This is textbook and perfect run defense from David Ojabo. And for the last, play of the game for him, big play that he made on that very next snap after that great rush, this is just exactly what you love to see and a great sign for his future. Okay, so that is going to wrap it up for our film breakdown. Now let's get into my overall thoughts. So I think, first of all, he does need to get a little bit better in run defense. I know we've seen some perfect reps from him, but sometimes he will overcommit and get too far upfield. Like when he's trying to get a pass rush, he'll go all the way upfield, really trying to get that jump, and they're going to kind of bait him into doing that. And he just needs to get more consistent in general, and sometimes he can get pushed around, but maybe, the only concern I can see from this game is maybe these tackles in this offensive line are just atrocious, and they make it look really easy for him because, he killed them, especially in the second half. But I'm going to say, this is Michigan State. This is a big-time school, big-time football program, and I think this is valid, and I think he is easily a top 10 pick just from the second half of this game. Again, the injury's big, but I love David Ojabo. This is the most fun film watching I've had of any prospect, any game this whole offseason. I loved watching Chris Olave and a lot of these receivers. This is the best game. I was watching this game just kind of in shock of some of the things he was doing. So, all in all, this guy is going to be incredible if he comes back from this injury, which I believe he will. I believe it was an Achilles tear at his pro day. The Ravens, if he's healthy, got such a steal. I would have picked him in the first round. I was hoping the Chiefs would. I know we got Karlaftis, who is also a very good player. But I'm a huge fan of David Ojabo. I cannot wait to see where his career goes. And you guys let me know what you think of him. Let me know what you think of this edge class and anything else. I'd just love to hear your guys' input down below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.